Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. I'm telling everyone right now, doesn't matter if you like Canelo Alvarez. If you're a true boxing fan, you need to get behind Jermell Charlo right now, man. You got to get behind him because I'm telling you, Canelo Alvarez will never fight Terence Crawford. He's not going to fight him. Okay? So it doesn't make sense to sit here and be rooting for Canelo to beat Jermell Charlo. All right? And I understand people are favoring Canelo to beat Jermell Charlo because they keep talking about, well, Canelo, he's the bigger guy. And I personally think that's crap because Charlo's much taller. As far as his makeup, Jermell walks around heavier than 168. Matter of fact, he even said he's 168 right now. So I just don't think Canelo's the bigger fighter. I do think Canelo has grown and settled into the 160-pound weight division, and Canelo seems to have fallen in love with his power. But this is the thing. Terence Crawford heard loud and clear when Canelo said, look, there's weight divisions for a reason. I'm not going to kill myself to get down to 158. I can't do it. It's impossible for me to do it. Right? Basically saying, look, I'm not going to fight Terence Crawford. Some people say Canelo's putting duck sauce on the fried rice, a duck sauce on the fajitas, a duck sauce with the carne asada, right? That's what some people are saying. Duck sauce on the enchiladas, duck sauce on those tacos, right? Now, what I'm going to tell you is, I don't think he's putting duck sauce on anything. I just think Canelo's like, hey, let me see what happens with Jermell Charlo. If I get through him, then maybe you just never know. But right now, I don't want to go through what I went through with fighting Amir Khan. Everyone knows what he did to Amir Khan was wrong, okay? But Amir Khan was brave and was giving him the business. But Canelo timed him and tranquilized him. But this is the thing for me. We're talking about history, right, in the sport of boxing. Canelo's done it. Crawford's done it. Jermell's done it. But now we're talking about legacy and adding to your legacy. Those are the fights that at this point in time, I kind of want to see for Jermell and for Bud. Canelo's got the legacy. But understand, how did Canelo get, at this point in his career, how did he establish such a sound legacy? It's because he had the damn secret society behind him, man. Canelo was allowed to do a lot of different things most fighters aren't allowed to do. Moving up and down weight divisions, being a champion in a certain weight in multiple weight divisions, not being stripped, right? I think it happened to him one time. Other than that, he hasn't been stripped. WBC really protects him, okay? Look at the opponents that he's gone on to face, right? A lot of people complaining, hey, some of these guys he was going after to become a champion in these multiple divisions, they were easy pickings, all right? He was very smart, very strategic about who he was going to go up and fight. Some people feel that the secret society and those key decision makers had a lot to do with some of Canelo's wins and some of his opponents taking dives. Sergei Kovalev. Look, I don't know if that's true or not. You know, I think it's fair to have a conversation about anything. Nobody knows any of this for a fact. It's just having a conversation. But for Sergei Kovalev to come and damn near tranquilize Andre Ward and then get into with Canelo and just turn to jello because of one of Canelo's shots, I mean, makes you wonder. But then again, we're just having a conversation, okay? That being said, we're talking about legacy. I want to see Bud grow his legacy even more. I want to see Jermell grow his legacy even more. The Charlo twins should have an amazing legacy. It just ain't working out that way. So one twin got to ride for the Charlo brothers. Let Jermell get up there with Canelo and support him, man. I understand he's temperamental. I understand he's damn near crazy. I understand he's probably not the most friendly person. Hell, if I saw Jermell Charlo in the mall or out somewhere and I went to speak to him, I'm not sure how he'd respond because you just don't know what you're going to get with him. He's unpredictable, despicable me. But that being said, that's no reason for me to sit here like I'm not going to get behind him. Nah, man. The way I see it, Canelo's had his legacy. He's had his run. He's out here, man, breaking the bank Canelo's out here breaking the bank. He broke the Golden Boy bank. He went over there to the Zone, broke the DAZN bank. Went to PBC, broke the PBC bank, went back to the Zone, broke the DAZN bank again, and back over to PBC, breaking the PBC bank again, Showtime bank again. Hey, man, I want to see Jermell Charlo break the bank. Let him do it over there at PBC. Hopefully he wises up, go over there to the Zone. Matchroom, break that bank. Come back over there to PBC. Bud Crawford, he's smart, he's wisened up. Bud Crawford going wherever he can go to get the money. He's trying to break the bank. He's already broke one. See if he can break it again. Okay? But the fight that I think, if Jermell Charlo can clip Canelo, tranquilize him, I mean, boy, oh boy, Jermell Charlo's out of here. But one thing I'll say, if Jermell Charlo can knock out Canelo, and I got to be real now, I'm not so sure Jermell Charlo is ready to deal with that kind of success. He may go Andy Ruiz and just totally fall off. You know, that's a different kind of success. Andy Ruiz knocked out Anthony Joshua. He didn't know what to do with himself. My boy was out there getting underwear that fit him properly during weigh-ins. Man bought a car, bought about 20,000 expensive cars, bought this big mansion. His son went crazy. Andy Ruiz went berserk. He went totally, fell apart when he made all that money and beat AJ. Came back into the rematch, made some good money. Man just looked, he looked like a damn rookie. All the years I followed Andy Ruiz, that man has always looked on point. But he got that win, a knockout, was out there chilling with the president in Mexico, right? My boy lost it. Didn't know how to handle that success. Shit unraveled. Joshua came back and beat him. He's never been the same. I think Jermell Charlo, there'll be some similarities as far as just trying to process what he did and the success that comes with that and how everyone's going to be on him. But I don't think he's going to make those mistakes as Andy Ruiz. I don't think he's going to make those mistakes like Roberto Duran. That Roberto Duran beat, you know, like basically the Golden Boy. Sugar Ray Leonard went back to Panama. They're giving my boy that arroz con habichuela, that good stuff, steak. Yo, man, Panamanian be cooking some good food too. Them Puerto Rican, Dominican have where they fry up that skirt steak with garlic and vinegar and lime and all that with them beans and rice. And them platanos, man, you know, and them tostones. Let me tell you, they put a plate of that in front of you, man. I don't care what discipline you have and you're trying to cut weight. You will eat it. Worst thing you can do is say, just let me take a teaspoon. Let me just take a little bit. Forget that, man. Next thing that whole plate gone. You know what I mean? But for Jermell Charlo, I don't think he'll fall into those pitfalls. But that being said, I'm telling y'all right now, man, you'll support Jermell. Support him. Okay? I like Canelo too, man. But I really like to see Jermell Charlo get in there and tranquilize him. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but he has the style to do it. His trainer, look, for those of you who don't agree with Derek James, I understand. But I'll throw this out there. Jermell Charlo has Guzman in his corner. Let me tell you. Guzman knows his stuff. It's just like he had Teofimo Lopez. He had his dad. That would be the Derek James to Jermell Charlo. But then he had Joey Gamache. That's the Juan Guzman to Jermell Charlo. Gamache left out of the corner of Teofimo Lopez, and Teofimo Lopez looked crazy. Okay? If Guzman leaves the corner of Jermell Charlo, I'd be concerned. But he ain't going nowhere. So you got the right balance. And he's bringing all that experience from Ronnie Shields. So to fight Jermell Charlo, you're fighting Ronnie Shields, you're fighting Derek James, and you're fighting Guzman. 3 brilliant minds of boxing. And you can say what you want about Derek James, but to get Errol Spence to the point he got him through the Olympics and through the professional ranks, there's something there, okay? Simple. And remember, Errol Spence is the one that he didn't get from another trainer, right? He got Errol Spence from the grassroots and built him up. So As much as I think Derrick James struggled with the right game plan against Terence Crawford. Well, he didn't struggle. He dropped the ball. And he should have bailed on Spence out and got him out of it before he got beat the way he did. But as much as I don't agree with those things, I can't sit here and try to create this narrative that he's a horrible trainer. No, I just think there's got to be a B, C, and D, and you can't underestimate opponents. And I think it's unfortunate for Earl, but good for Jermell that Derrick James, I think, realized, you know what? He may not say it in front of cameras, but I bet you right now he's sitting there saying, I dropped the ball. Because all this crap about, oh, yeah, man, I don't watch boxing. I really can't tell you. I didn't tell you what anyone does good. I don't watch fighters, man. I don't like boxing like that. Get out of here with that bull crap, man. I'll tell you what, he watching boxing now. He about to get in that fight Canelo, who is, when you look at it holistically, Canelo is boxing. All right? I'm not saying he's the best boxer in the world, but I'm telling you, when you look at everything, what he's done, money he generates, fans, Canelo's boxing. He is boxing. If Jermell Charlo beats him, Jermell Charlo will not be boxing, because that's just not how it works. But I tell you what, he'll enter a certain realm of success that he gonna have to be able to deal with. And I would like to see Jermell and Terence Crawford, both of those go on now and take it to another level. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be great, because I know for a fact Crawford wants to fight Jermell. Jermell wants to fight Crawford. Canelo don't really want to fight. Canelo doesn't want to fight Crawford. But if y'all want to see Crawford get an opportunity at really being a 3-time undisputed champion, and for Jermell Charlo, because if Jermell Charlo beats Canelo, he'll be a 2-time. So he and Crawford will be even as both 2-time. I'm sure Jermell will have to rematch Canelo. But then after that, let's say he beats Canelo the second time. He comes back down to 154. And in that time, if Crawford goes and he clips Tim Tszyu, then Jermell and Charlo and Crawford fight. They both will be fighting to see who can become a 3-time undisputed. So really, Crawford and Jermell Charlo could be the fight for 3-time undisputed in the 4-belt era. And that is why. And I know there won't be any BS with trying to make the fight. They both want it. They both are scrap. And it sounds to me, if you listen to Crawford, the fight could be at either 154 or 168. Just depends on how the stars lined up. If Crawford can pick up that belt from Tszyu, Jermell wants to come back down, or Jermell beats Canelo twice, and then Crawford says, hey, I'm going to bubble on up to 168 and bang it on out with the Houston boy. So we're going to see. All right? But that being said, after I've explained it, yo, get behind Jermell Charlo, man. If y'all really want to see a good fight, and we're talking about growing legacy, same way Canelo had. Canelo had all the backing in the world, man. All the connections, man. All the support. Secret society riding with him. All that crap through the damn the pad tests and the Mexican beef and all that crap, man. Come on now. All the connections. They hooked him up right all the way up until today. Canelo just bouncing from network to network to network. We know it's a business. They're going to let him go where he wants to go because of the money. I get it. But come on now. Nobody else getting that kind of supportability. And I would like to see Crawford and Jermell get what Canelo's received and let them go out there and make gazillions of dollars and grow their legacy. And you know why I want to see that? Now, for the narrow-minded people out there, oh, because they're 2 black fighters. No. Stupid. That's not even what I'm thinking about. The reason why I feel that way is because these guys, man, never really got the credit they deserved. They both have a lot in common. That's a whole other video. I should save it for another video. They both have a lot in common, man. Everything they've accomplished, the opponents they face, man. You know what I'm saying? And to this day, people still don't want to give them credit. They still don't want to give them credit. So I would like to see them get those legacy fights and grow their legacy. Even if they fight and one loses, it doesn't matter to me. I would like to see them both go on to get that Canelo money. But if not, well, cream rises to the top. So one of them's gonna have to do it and figure it out, and let them bubble up, man, and make that real money. You know, because really outside of Canelo, but you can talk about Gervonta Davis all day. We can talk about Ryan Garcia, the kind of money these guys could generate, Anthony Joshua. But outside of, forget about them. Talking about two guys who really put the work in, fought everyone, mandatories, people who put in front of them, whoever they could get their hands on, right? There was no picking and choosing going on, right? Crawford and Jermell Charlo fall into that category. They weren't out here picking and choosing and trying to pad their records. They fought who and whatever they could. Man, whatever. And for that reason, they deserve to go on and make gazillions of dollars. They deserve it, man. And those other guys, man, I get it, man. They do well on pay-per-view and all that. I understand. But Jermell and Charlo, man, them guys, man, come from the dirt. And for that reason, I like to see them go on, man, to riches and gold, because they deserve it. So that being said, get behind Jermell Charlo. If y'all want to see the legacy fights, y'all want to see Bud Crawford bubble up a weight division, maybe even 2 or 3 weight divisions, get behind Jermell, because Jermell will fight Crawford. Canelo ain't fighting him. I'm telling you that right now. So y'all just think about that. That being said, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. And the reason why I'm saying Canelo won't fight him, because Canelo already said he's not fighting him. He don't want no part of Terence Crawford. He feel like he won't get credit for him. He will get all the credit in the world. If Terence Crawford goes up to 168 and fights Canelo and Canelo beats him, Canelo will get credit. I don't know what the hell Canelo's talking about. He will get credit. So it is what it is. That being said, keep cool in the breeze.